I think I said no, I'm not doing. I said no, but I think it was more. I didn't understand at the time, and we were not very. We were quite young, and it was like my first ever business that I was opening, or that I would have been involved in opening, and it was just a case of I'm not doing right, but I will support any way that I can. I had a discussion about it, set priorities, set what we need to do, set what will be required. And then I thought, okay, yeah, that makes sense. That's something that I can do. So that's what happened. Initially, I was not doing. Yeah.
For Mr. Louis, on like 2 or 3 occasions before he finally left, we had to use bus for him to come to Abuja, and we'll do some work and all of those things. But around sacrifice, I think everybody sacrificed, one way or the other. Again, it wasn't really about. It's not like now that structure is defined. Clement was staying in that very nice apartment.
Very, very sweet apartment. I love that apartment.
He was really just trying to get things to work. So anybody's money was everybody's money. We would have work. We would go back. I sleep very early. And everybody had their work. So Mr. Louis would do content calendar, all of those things. And then we get home. I'm not very domestic. So they would cook that spaghetti with oil because we couldn't afford anything other than that. But they were always just gracious. Himself and Wisdom would make sure that they would cook that so that I can eat, because I also cannot get hungry. So by the time I eat, I'll go to bed and they'll continue working. Now my alawi would use it to buy internet for the was that Pebble.
That's
Yeah. Naturally heuristic. He, on the other hand, not so much. Right? If he takes risk, he does what we call calculated risk. So he needs to know the end before he starts. I just start. Right? So, but I think the balance was that within the team, because of how driven I am and how pushy I can be, I used to hurt a lot of feelings. So he used to interpret. So he used to step down. It was a good step down from me, and unlike now where we have like employees, then it was just founders. Everybody had a share of the company. So yeah, it was founded by you, but it's my own too. So why are you giving me directive?
It's unfortunate that I'm very introspective, I'm very self-reliant on. It's difficult to influence me from outside. I have formed opinions that stay, right? So, like, what would then have happened for me would be, and we've said it in January that we'll meet XYZ, and then sometime in August we meet, and then my brain now has a perception of, if you said this and it happened, then that means that if you say this, it will happen. But that first line must first be crossed. So there's no amount of motivation that you can motivate me, without proof. But it was good because if it were only me, I would have stopped since. So when you're with other people, going in a direction, even if you're waking up on the wrong side of the bed constantly, everybody else is going. So just fear of missing out or crowd mentality or peer pressure, just that can help you to, continue on your journey. So that's basically what it was like. It's less of the motivation and more of, if everybody's doing their part, then why am I not?
It was just natural, right? So if we want to make a business out of this thing, and it wasn't even, I don't think it was even a business. We weren't thinking about it as like business. It was just this thing, like the next thing to do. At the time, Clement was around.
Yeah, Clement.
So Clement was on site with me. So But I'd been working with Louis on the blog. I'd been working with Clement in school on Discover. Right. So it was just the two people that we were already trying to do stuff. I don't think we looked at it as a business. It was just stuff. The way that I sold the visual, I think it was scary. Right. And then he said, it's not, it was an email that I sent. And then he said, no, he's not sure he's all the way in Port Harcourt. And this was several years ago. So I told him, we'll be the first people to run a company where people are in different parts and it's working. After a while, I think we just galvanized. It was a very exciting working experience, those days. Still is, but that time we didn't even know it was a business, but at least now we know it's a business. We have goals and all of those things, but yeah, that was more it. And I could tell people were scared because a lot of them, all of them, nobody had experience in the food sciences. The closest we had come to creativity was writing songs and all of those things.
This job not easy, not be pretense. But we know say one day everything it go make sense. Yeah.